You know, I could make a joke about a woman in a kitchen or something, because our girl, Glory here, is holding a frying pan. But I'm going to go the high road on this one and say, look, she's solo, she's in duos, she doesn't have a helmet, she doesn't have a vest, but she has a frying pan, so she's going to get that fucking chicken dinner, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't play PUBG, you're wrong, and you didn't get a word of what I just said. You need to play it. I haven't played it in months, so I'm a little bit of a fucking poser, but just get on that shit. I mean, if you haven't at least played it once by now, like, what are you even doing? So, got Death or Glory number 5 here. This is going to be the last issue of this I read. I like it. It's just okay, but I gotta switch some stuff up. I can't just stick with series like that because I gotta use different bait to get all the fishies. You know what I'm saying? Complete side note, have you guys seen the fucking skyrocketing prices for that Batman Damned? All for a penis drawing. I saw some stuff where on eBay it's selling for like $45. I had the comic book guy order me one because they sold out. If I walk in there and he's like, hey, it's going to be $45 for this dick picture, I'm going to be like, you're sorely mistaken, sir. I'm not paying $45 for a dick drawing. I wouldn't pay $45 for a plaster cast of the statue of David's dick. The most famous dick in all of art. It's not worth $45. So I'm sorry, Bruce. So let's get into this. You have my blessing to go out and get issue 6. It's good. It's just, you know, I can't stick with the same stuff. So let's just go ahead and get into this. Okay. Keep in mind, in the last issue, Glory, she got her liver. That's what she was trying to get. They basically burned down a human butcher shop, and now they're making their getaway. So let's just... This art, some things I like about it, some things I don't. Mostly the faces. I will say, up until this point, like, this issue sets up the next arc. This is the last issue of this arc. And I gotta tell you, doesn't hold a candle to shoving a pepper up the ass. That's gonna be the highlight of this series. Because I think it's a good idea. Maybe spice up, literally, your relationships. Or you're about to go eat some spicy food. You gotta pre-rub your butthole with peppers so it's not as terrible. Because when you eat at a Thai restaurant and they give you food based on levels of hotness, if you don't go for the maximum level of hotness, you're a bitch. Okay, so we see this. A Google search reveals there's a vibrant and gruesome black market for live organs on the dark web. Yeah. We all know that. The entire country of Brazil, I think that's their main trade. Also India. Kidneys fetch $200,000. Dude, I will give up my kidney right the fuck now. Make me an offer. $200,000? Jesus, I wouldn't even know what to do with that money. Probably just keep living the fucking same life because I wouldn't be able to handle it. Hearts, $120,000. Livers, $150,000. And a pair of eyeballs, $1,500. Okay, these prices are all over the goddamn map. Okay, look. Kidneys, you can take one from a person and they still live. Hearts, I can't not have a heart. Liver's gotta have a liver, but you can donate a piece of it. So why the fuck is the thing that you can definitely only have one of worth the most? What's going on with people's kidneys? Are kidneys the most sought out organ? And a fucking pair of eyeballs for $1,500. That is so cheap. It's like $1,500. I could get like a couple eyeballs now, just in case. Just in case some shit goes down, I'd be like, oh doc, don't even worry about it. I got a couple eyeballs in there attached retinas on my keychains here. Keychain. Just like, these prices seem wrong. I would pay at least... Fuck, what's the right price for an eyeball? At least 10. 1,500? 1,500 is like a really bad impulse purchase. When you've just come into someone like, yeah, just bought a fucking jar of eyeballs, I don't even know. Think about the kind of person capable of participating in that. Yeah, all of Brazil. So rotten inside, down to a place where the notion of carving up innocent people for spare parts seems like a reasonable choice. I mean, do they have to be innocent? If we do a Dexter situation, I'm not gonna feel so bad about taking, like, a drug dealer who only sells crack to school children. But then that's a horror movie. I know, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like, take a serial killer and they donate his organs to people and then they turn evil and shit. But like, what's an eyeball gonna do? He's just gonna be looking at kids and then sending the impulses to my brain to sell them crack, and I'd be like, I don't even have it. So shut up, because I'm not even gonna come into some crack where I can do that. Eyeball. Red taught me there's good in all people, just needs a little digging to uncover. If you've forgotten or you don't remember. Same thing. Same thing I just said. Red is her father who needs a liver. But dig deep enough and you'll fall into hell. Okay, I like that. Now we see this. We got our boy Pablo here. She helped him rescue his little sister or something. And he's talking about his older sister who just straight up got murdered. And he says, I don't think you two would have gotten along. It's like, whoa. What the fuck am I supposed to say to that shit? He's like, no, I don't mean like that. She was glamorous. She never left the house without makeup. But she was so sure of herself. She sells seashells on the seashore. It's a terrible business because you just get them for free right there. The way she spoke, you'd think she was the president of Brazil. Now, what I know about the president of Brazil was she was removed from office due to corruption charges. So, what the fuck? You don't like your sister? She wears makeup, but she's corrupt as fuck. What's the underlying message here, Pablo? And, okay, I was gonna skip this page where they're just talking about, like, hey, they're good people or bad people. He reminds her and the audience that she ran over a guy in the previous issue because her car is a weapon. She's like, it's the best thing that she can do. She's not so great at using dead bodies as weapons. She's not so great at, like, actually using her fists, because, I mean, she's a woman, let's be honest here. She needs a frying pan at all times. Like a black slave in the 1800s. It was their weapon of choice. But I just have to show this. Look at this shit. She's filling up her car. But she's still holding it down. Why? This bothers me so much. Like, when I'm filling up my car, I stop, and I hold it there a second, and then I pull it out away from me, because even if you get a drop of gas on you, that's your whole fucking day. That's what you smell like. No matter what you do, you can try to cover it up with stuff. You're going to smell like the ocean, but a gas leak in the ocean. Like, there's no fucking way. But she's pulling it out while still doing this. Like, why don't you smoke a cigarette too, Glory, while you're doing this? Maybe put the ashes out into the fucking gas liquid coming out of there. I was not going to show this page, but this bothers me so much. Like, why? Her whole thing is that she races cars. No, this behavior hasn't been corrected? What the fuck? Okay, I was going to skip this page too. So they're talking about, look, we got a liver here. It's my brother-in-law's. It's weird. It's like, when I get organs, I like to keep it impersonal. I don't want to know whose organ it is, because that's just going to lead me to be, like, thinking about stuff. And, you know, when I get to thinking about stuff, it's like, oh, I have to seek them out. I got to let people know, hey, I have your father's liver, and you're not getting it back. Like, there'll be a whole revenge thing I'm going to have to deal with it at some point. So she brings up, like, yeah, it's good that we have it, but what the fuck are we going to do? We're going to drive to a hospital, say, hey, guys, found a liver. Could you put it in my dad? Oh, and I'm wanted for murder. See, this is what you got to do. Number one, you're going to need to have a friend that is a doctor. Or just become a doctor. I mean, if you're thinking about becoming a doctor, hey, this is Lindsey telling you, you just be a doctor. Some people need a little bit of motivation. I can do that for you. But, like, don't ask anything more of me. But, so if you get a doctor friend, they're like everywhere, dude. Or just build up a rapport. But, see, I'm going the other way. Because, you know, my dog had surgery a couple months ago. I built up a very nice rapport with the ladies at the vet and the vet herself. And I feel like if I get a liver and I need to put it in a body, if I show up with a smile on my face and a gun in my hand, that rapport is going to pay off and she's not going to ask any questions. Dude, I got to tell you, every time I go to the vet, I'm so goddamn close to being like, hey, so did you become a vet because you like taking care of animals or because you want to make money on the side helping criminals? I'm not even joking. Every time I go, I get a little bit closer. Like, because you build up that rapport, and then I'm like, all right, let's fucking go. I got questions. Just know a doctor, build a rapport up with your vet, Because, like, I haven't been to the doctor in years. I've been to the vet way more times than I've been to the doctor, so you gotta think ahead. You gotta get in front of potential problems. Build up a rapport with your vet. Get a fucking Desert Eagle. Make shit happen. Now, so Pablo, his answer to that is to start praying because he's a Hispanic guy. They love Jesus. And she says, Jesus came back and nobody believed him. He ended up with no choice but to play himself in Jesus Christ Superstar. The reviews were mediocre. This shit is kind of like out of left field. I feel like the writer, who the fuck is this? Rick Remender, is it? Yeah, Rick Remender, that shit, that's some like, did he go to Catholic school or something? Because I feel like there's some deep-seated shit in here. I feel like there hasn't been any real mention of Jesus. And I feel like Jesus, that's a little egotistical if you're like, I could play me. It's like, whoa, Jesus, just because you're Jesus doesn't mean you're an actor. So they decide that they're going to go back to Glory's house because they got the liver, they're going to get red. She's trying to put on a brave face for Pablo's like little sister because, you know, she's seen bitches that look like pilgrims. She's seen a guy get run over. Still feel like that's pretty like G-rated for a person from Brazil. I mean, have you guys seen City of God? Brazil's fucking rough. Have you played Max Payne 3? Motherfuckers are getting tires put around them and lit on fire. So, she's trying to make some French toast for the kid because Brazilians have no fucking clue what that is. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to open up this girl's cultural horizons and culinary horizons with some French toast. Easy to make. So her ex-husband shows up. Well, if you've forgotten or whatever, she stole money from. It's a whole big thing. She accidentally starts a grease fire, and he says to leave it, which I feel like when we encounter fire, we all turn into Frankenstein a little bit, where they're like, fire bad, what do we have to do to remedy this situation? She's got, god damn, that seems like too many fire extinguishers. Seems like maybe fires are a little bit too much of a problem in this house. But you know that this shit is trouble when a guy says, leave it, don't worry about the fire. No. Worry about the fire and then have your little marital spat or whatever. Post-marital spat? What happens? Is it just an argument when it's between two people who are divorced, I think? So he shows up and he's like, look, all this is getting out of hand. I'll help you out, baby girl. Just give me a kiss. So he goes in for the kiss and she says, oh wait, no. Okay. Yeah, so she's going in for the kiss, but she's reaching for the fire extinguishers because she's going to knock his racist ass out. But then Pablo, he says, what the shit? And it's like, hey, say that shit on the inside because you see, this guy, he looks bad. So her husband just starts fucking firing at him because he, look. As far as we know, this has been a Mexican-free household. Then we see a Mexican. Sorry, shit, he's fucking Portuguese. Sees a brown-skinned guy, blam, 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 asks questions later, replacing me with a wetback, and she says, sincerely, Toby, you're irreplaceable, and she hits him, which I gotta tell you, that's, irreplaceable seems like a compliment. You cannot be replaced. What doesn't seem like a compliment is if you say, you're one of a kind, but you say it like how I said it, you're one of a kind. It's all about tone. So they start running. Pablo and they get into a bit of a scuffle. A guy shows up, I believe to be his father. He starts shooting. The fucking Mexican shows up from the front, from the cover. We got some luchadors and stuff. And then we get into some car action here, which I gotta tell you, this guy Bengal, cool artist, only goes by one name. The best art he does is with the chase scenes. I mean, look at this shit. Got the motion lines. I feel that scree. I feel that scree in my fucking left aorta straight up. And we see, oh no, the fucking pilgrim is here. Oh my god, that guy's not dead. I mean, you killed him ostensibly outside of a human organ meat market. I mean, anything that was wrong with him, they had all the supplies. So just, if you're gonna kill somebody, keep in mind, like, location. That's why you gotta take people out of the desert, like bikers do. Get all hopped up on meth. And then kill a guy in the desert. Because, you know, if you don't finish the job, some fucking lizards are gonna do it. And then we get a double-page spread of a semi-truck coming to the rescue. You find out that at the beginning in the first issue, she gives some people she cares about tape recorder, and she's like, hey, if I die, play this. Which, like, they probably listened to it before the door even shut behind her. And then we get into, we're going to go to Mexico. And we're going to get this organ put in red. And then that's where it ends. Not bad. Not a bad story. It's just, I'm done with it. I've gotten all my stuff. We learned a lot of stuff about pilgrims. Learned about, organs. $1,500 for a fucking eyeball. If I buy a pair, I better get pay like $2.5. It's got to be a 2-for-1 special on eyeballs, because I mean, and if eyeballs are that cheap, why do I constantly see motherfuckers out in the streets with eye patches? I'm not even fucking joking. Like, I see at least one new person with an eye patch. AKA a person I haven't seen before with an eye patch. Not a person I've seen previously with a new eye patch. Because I feel like it's not a stylistic thing. It's just like, yeah, I'll just get this black one. It's done. It's over with. If you have an eye patch, feel free to accessorize. Put some fucking glitter on that shit. But I see at least one person with an eye patch a week. And it's like, dude, you can get a fucking eyeball for $1,500. Or you can kill a homeless guy. And get it installed into your fucking head. If you've got a gun and you know a vet. Those prices are wrong. I know it. I fucking know it, man.